a.m. New Zealand Standard Time, 22.3 degrees. I've won so far one more degree, and the on-air producer, who's laughing away in the background going, it's going to make it, is next, really. So it will be interesting to see where we go with this. But in the meantime, believe me, absolutely fantastic. Yes, we've got Alice Walker and the boys, aka and girls this time. The Southern Outlaws are about to join us. Better do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and so very, very happy to have you. If you're a first-time viewer, well, special welcome to you, literally. Now, why not become part of the family? We call it the noise here at Galaxy, simply because you do make a difference. We hear you on all medias. We really, really do, and we take notice. That's how the breakfast show with all of the best indie artists in the world is chosen. I don't have anything to do with it, really. It's a computer. Just plug in all the numbers and everything happens. It really does. And a regular here at Galaxy is Alice Walker and the Southern Outlaws. Let's kick it off. Here is Watch You Burn. You're right here at Galaxy. Good morning. Oh, dear. So how you guys been keeping?
Good. We're trying to stay out of trouble.
Trying.
Well, he knows
We're
how
doing
to.
pretty good.
You see, I had to get backup to help me keep them out of trouble. They're rolling.
That's why we have a wounded warrior.
You know, about an hour ago, Barbara says to me, the Southern Outlaws are expecting some new jokes. And I went, oh, well, no pressure. Really? It was, you know, what? Barbara, don't put me on the spot like this. You know, so, Alice, you may be able to understand this being a former police officer. How many forms of mental health can you think of?
Oh, what?
Well, I can tell you, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's anxiety,
Yeah.
there's depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, and as a police officer, this is the bit you would understand, there's getting caught.
Yes. We kind of can all relate to that right now, you know.
Exactly.
That's why my psychiatrist quit, because you know we're on the same page now. She's hearing the voices too.
Yep. Believe me, I have one like that too. I have one like that too.
Might be the same
I really
one.
do. Might be the same one. You're
So
right.
Randy.
I'm loving that cigar.
Oh, thank you. It's very good.
Rolled on the thigh. Was it rolled on the thighs of virgins?
Yeah, these are Drew Estates, and they're very, very good.
Very cool.
Very good cigar.
Very, very cool. I like a man that can handle a good cigar. I really do.
Oh well,
Grant, he's
Thank you.
fancy on us. He's turning into a diva.
I am not. There's no diva-ness here.
It's a regular Monica Lewinsky.
He does have a blue shirt on.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
No stains, though. Okay. Arliss is just finished through out.
It's still early.
It's not easy to go there.
No, I was not expecting that one. The original Hot Tour girl.
How far away are we? Like 3,500 miles?
Dear. You should hear it from my end, really. You really should. Sounds fantastic. You mentioned Monica Lewinsky. Do you remember that her laundromat wouldn't accept any of her clothing?
Huh.
Yeah, no, they found a wad of bills. Nice to have you guys back. It really is a pleasure to have you back. And of course, we're talking to Alice and the rest of the crew. We're talking to the Southern Outlaws. We opened up the show with Watch You Burn. After that joke, I think that one warrants it, really, it does. So,
Yes.
so please tell me all about this, Alice.
Actually, it was written by Chris Stapleton. And, you know, with a lot of things that has been going on, especially at music festivals and, you know, a lot of, you know, people, you know, gathering and having fun. And then you got somebody that comes in and just has to ruin it. And, you know, it was such a well-written song. And, you know, when I contacted him and stuff, and he says, yeah, he says, I'd love you guys to go ahead and do it. And, you know, we took it, you know, and put our own spin to it. And it's been doing, you know, really good for us. But yeah, like I said, I think it was, you know, such a well-written song. And it happened after the Vegas shooting is when he wrote it.
Yeah, the Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, but you know, it's just not there. It's happening everywhere. You know, anywhere in the world, you have something like that going on, and it's such a shame. So, I mean, to me, it's a song that really fits. You know, everybody. You know, it's like we need to get back to just having entertainment, everybody having a good time, and not having to worry about somebody coming in and, you know, ruin it.
You know, that's what music's all about in the first place. It really,
Yes,
really
exactly.
is. It's about togetherness, not only for the band itself, but being able to connect with a safe audience, and a safe audience being able to connect with the band, and you transpire that between each other. It really is an amazing thing when it pulls off. But when you've got somebody that does something as drastic as that,
Yeah.
you know, believe me, I have no sympathy for that person at all. Really. And I've been in the industry many, many, many years, and I've seen a lot over the years, but I don't think I'd like to see that happen, really. I wouldn't.
No.
And so good on you for bringing that to the foreground, because believe me, a lot of people are absolutely loving that track. They really, really are. Now, at the same time, I got to ask you, because believe me, I've just been reminded, as a fan, how do we get hold of you, Alice? Are you on all the multimedias? Are you a talker, for instance? And do you respond?
You better believe it. If you don't get me, you get Sandy. You can find us on Facebook under the Southern Outlaws Band, or you can find me on Facebook under Arliss Walker. Just look for the blue check. I'm on TikTok, X, Instagram. So, you know, and then one nice thing is they can Google us and you pretty much find everything that we're on. And we definitely respond to every comment anytime, you know, somebody comes, you know, at us and wants a question, we definitely, you'll be getting one of us.
Very, very cool, because believe me, a lot of people have been following you since we've known each other, my friend. We have had quite the history, us and our, and the new drummer. Now, tell me what the heck happened here. Why did you submit yourself to these people, sir?
I thought it was going to be the other way around.
I escaped and they found me.
Ah, right.
You know, I was very pleased that they found me.
He got
And
chased
so-
out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right, you do realise that it really isn't safe to hitchhike anymore.
Well,
Yeah, because you get people like us picking you up.
Exactly,
I mean,
exactly. He did say he
they
was.
fed me and they had moonshine.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
He
send
was
me
the only
some.
one that would, get in the van,
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for that Shortcrete microbus thing full of girls coming past to pick me up and put my thumb out.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Came close once. It was a big white van, but it had white coats in it.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those too, and we try to run away from them.
And then they ran away.
Exactly, exactly. Tell me something. Over where you guys are, do you have an SPCA? Like the Royal Society of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do?
Absolutely.
We have one here called the SPCA, and currently it's actually in the news this morning that they've got a little bit of an argument going on with our government, which is rather weird. They don't normally pick on the government, but this time it's about round bales out on the farms.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't think the animals are getting a square meal.
Okay.
That's Kiwis for you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, Alice, I'm going to be serious for a minute because I'm absolutely, with respect, loving this track, End of Watch. Tell me all about it.
I actually, had it in my mind to write, for a long time. As I was a police officer, my captain, his son, was a rookie for a city department that was in my jurisdiction. And within his first year, unfortunately, we were all on a call, and the guy that we were going after was shooting as he was running, and a bullet ricocheted off the ground and hit him underneath the vest, and he died shortly after. And as a law enforcement officer, a lot of people don't get to hear the end of watch call that the 911 dispatcher does for either firefighters, EMS, or, one of us, after we, died in the line of duty. And that was the whole idea of writing the song. And then I got, the lyrics, and then I got with Dave, and we sat down and, pretty much hammered everything out.
I think you guys have
Yeah, we actually had 3 songs done that night in an hour, and that happened to be one of them.
Yeah.
And then we sent it off to I sent it off to a producer friend of mine in Oklahoma, and we had a 911 dispatcher, which is the lady that you hear on there. She's actually a 911 dispatcher from Alabama, and the bagpipes is actually the team that does all the ceremonies in Oklahoma City. So that was pretty much a very wide production of not only what we do, but everybody else that added a little bit of something, that made the song more special and hit home, for a lot of the first responders.
I absolutely love it. It actually did tug at the old heartstrings. I can relate. I really, really can. And right now, actually, Barbara's granddaughter is a first responder. So I have so much respect for anybody that wears the title. And believe me, you do such a great job. Keep up the good work. Here's Alice and the boys.
Cheers to them all.
Absolutely. Here's the Southern Outlaws. How you feeling, guys? You okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, nice.
We were doing any better, it'd be illegal.
Well, think while it is still illegal. Miss, first time I've met you, and I do apologise. You have to look at this.
That's all right. He's got to look at the rest of us too.
You've seen worse, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So, Alice, what do you call it?
I've been with Matt a long time, so.
Well, he might be able to answer this. What do you call a paper plane that doesn't fly? Stationary?
Station. Okay.
Okay. That makes
I
sense.
was thinking non-airmail.
We're thinking too long.
Yeah, I'm thinking to her.
Yeah, well,
I'm thinking.
I thought I smelled bacon over here.
Right.
you mentioned moonshine, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who can drink 20 litres of fuel and not get sick?
Harless.
We've seen it happen many times.
Who?
Jerry can.
Who?
Jerry can.
Jerry kid.
Take me a second.
You were
Yeah,
stuck for an hour.
take me a second.
They kind of threw me under the bus real quick. They didn't have to think about that.
Yeah, exactly. I noticed. You know,
Grant, what time is it there?
the time is 17 minutes to 11 a.m.
Well,
Wow.
that's why I'm still sleeping. Don't worry, it's still morning.
Right, got you, yeah, got you, fair enough. How many countries are tuned in?
168.
168 countries tuned in right now.
It's a goodie.
Oh, right now?
Nice.
Nice.
How many cities?
8,394.
8,395. Okay, fair enough. That's not bad. It's not bad. Very cool.
Nice.
Very, very cool.
Don't tell them we said hi.
Yeah, tell them yourself they're listening.
Okay. When I get around, I'll be over for dinner.
You know something? The other day, I was doing an interview with a young lady. Now, we've known her since she was about 14 years of age. She comes out of Texas, and she's going on 20 years of age now.
21 today.
21,
The
is
other
it?
day.
Okay. Anyway, she reminded me that I told her the wheelchair joke, and I'm sitting there after we'd done the interview. A few hours later, I'm sitting there scratching my head, going, "Wheelchair joke? What wheelchair joke? Did I have a wheelchair joke?" And all the rest of the staff are sort of smirking away, going, "Yeah, you did," you know. And I'm sitting there going, "What was it?" Anyway, a few days later, we were talking to a band, and they were on the road, literally going from venue to venue, and the driver, not only a great singer, but he's the driver for the handicapped and wheelchair bus,
Okay.
right?
Didn't go down too well.
And Barbara says, "Oh, did you remember the wheelchair joke?" And I went, "Yes, I did." She goes, "What was it?" So I said it, right? Well, what's the hardest thing about cooking vegetables? Putting the wheelchair in the oven, right? And this guy's driving along, and suddenly he goes,
It's a jerk through. So
the rest of the office just lost it, eh?
you have to pick the right
The
crowd.
wheelchair in the oven.
Wow.
Thanks, Barbara. It was the funniest interview I've done in a long time. It really was.
That is funny.
The thing about this whole deal is she was 14 when I told it to her.
Wow. You left a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Always.
6
Yeah.
years later.
It was actually her first ever radio interview or international interview as well. So,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Scarred for life.
I think the first joke he told us when we met him and stuff was the vegan joke.
Yes. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
that's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And this morning, we're talking to the boys, the Southern Outlaws and Ladies of, and believe me, they do such a great job. We've got to give a big shout out to Sandy Homer, manager extraordinaire, who happens to be taking a photo of me, taking a photo of her. You know, hello, Sandy, nice to have you on board.
You are live on TikTok.
We got you live on TikTok.
I'm a talker.
You're a
Yeah.
Target. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I better, you know, apparently you got cream for stuff like that. I better go and have a look at it. Nice. Thank you for making me a part of the TikTok family. And believe me, I've got a few other different mediums that I'm on at the same time. It's sort of really weird being in different places at the same time. You know,
That's what we say.
it's like being beside yourself, isn't it? How the heck can you be beside yourself? Unless you're in a mirror, right?
Right?
Yeah,
Maybe in
absolutely.
front of you.
Yeah, there you go. Now,
Yeah, and some bad spots too.
Okay.
anything you want to confess?
Dave has a confession.
I do not.
Yes, he
I
does.
do not. What is my confession?
Dave's confession is he goes into a urinal after a few cocktails
Oh,
and decides the big question of the day: when did they start putting mirrors over the urinal? It's like, Dave, that's not a urinal, that's a sink.
Think.
Oh
Well, the
dear.
urinal now.
It's a urinal now.
Yes.
You can actually
So now
use,
he has to be reminded when we go into a bathroom, hey Dave, they don't put mirrors over these
You
things.
can see yourself, don't pee.
Yeah.
the thing though, Dave, is at the end of the day, when you do find a real urinal, those little green things, you don't wash your hands with them.
It's not soap.
Not so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been.
They're not Minties either.
I thought they were breath mints.
Come on.
Yeah.
And don't drop your cigar in there, it makes it hard to relight. Well, you know, there is one thing that, well, maybe you and I both have in common, Alice, is, well, all I got time for is beer.
There you go.
You better believe it.
I am so loving this, so I think we better get the skinny on this one. Tell me all about it.
Actually, it was Mike. We got done with rehearsal one night, and he says, "You know what? All I got is time and beer." And I looked at Dave. I said, "There's a song there." So knowing that, you know, Mike likes to go fishing and everything else, and it was like I went to work, started writing the lyrics. The night he came over and we started working like on End of Watch, that was one of them I pulled out.
Yep.
He came
This
up
is
with
a-
the riff, and that actually is probably one of the quickest
Well,
songs
yeah.
we ever wrote.
Less than 3 minutes, I would say. I mean, I had
And
it.
it started flowing.
Yeah, it
real
started
quick.
flowing, and it was put together very. Wow.
And you know, it's like, you know, who doesn't like to go fishing and drinking a beer with their buddies and stuff, you know? So it was like, that's all she wrote after that.
Yep.
You know something, and this is really, really weird, because I find this with a lot of bands from around the world. And I've even had people say to me, listen, it was one of these songs that I just wrote down on a McDonald's napkin. It was that quick. But they seem
Absolutely.
to have the longevity. They stay longer and longer and longer. And Alice, I'm going to be honest with you, I've added it to my playlist in my car. I love this. I really do. So well
There
done.
you go.
Here's
Thank
the
you
Southern
so
Outlaws on Galaxy with All I Got Time. All I Got Is Time and Beer. How you guys feeling? You okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Good man. That's one of the. That's actually nice. I like the up tempo. You know, that's creative.
It was a fun,
It was a
fun
fun
song.
song all the way around. You know.
We got together and wrote the three that day, and I think that was the quickest one to
That's the
put together.
quickest one. Yeah. Yeah.
Believe me, it seems to be the one that everybody's asking for at the moment. I'm seeing it.
Nice.
I'm seeing it more and more often in the breakfast show. I really, really am.
Excellent.
Yeah, I know. Barbara's been sending me, you know, every link and stuff, and it's like bang, bang, bang. It was like, you know. So I figured, you know, that it's registering with everybody, which is great. You know, that means a lot to us.
Exactly, yeah. And don't forget, I mean, there's over 8,000 cities tuned in right now. So they're all very not shy about saying, you know, how much they like your music. They really, really are. So.
Grant, a little background on Arliss. I come home from work, and my wife looks at me and goes, Arliss sent me 5 more songs. What? He's just puking out lyrics
I didn't buy you.
like a drunk in a gutter. I'm like, try to read. I try to read them, and I'm usually like, I don't understand half of these, but time and beer I really got. I understood it right off the bat.
I read them.
It's like
Yeah.
the hieroglyphics come into focus, isn't it?
That'd be big.
That's yeah.
The
When
translation.
Dave writes
Yeah, that's when Dave writes lyrics. It's hieroglyphics. I got to hire somebody from Egypt to read it to me and shit.
No signs.
Dave, watch out for the innuendo, okay?
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a process.
Well,
Yes.
you know about the innuendo, don't you? I said this to an English guy. He says, what's that, an Italian suppository?
I didn't even know.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I should know that.
Do now.
I didn't even know. Bottoms up.
There you go.
I-
There you
I
go.
am half Italian, so.
It goes right back to the bathroom.
What's happening? Tell me
And
more.
those green things aren't mints.
No, but if you're using the wash basin, maybe those green
You know, the
things.
sad thing of it is, most of the funniest things that I've got, you know, of me and him's outings have all been bathroom related.
Wow.
It might not be good.
I know.
There's a problem there, Dave.
Stop.
Oh shit!
Back that truck up. Beep, beep, beep.
And the next song's going to be called Sorbent, right?
Oh no.
dear.
Yeah, you know that diamonds are not a girl's best friend.
Yeah.
Toilet paper is.
What?
No, this is going to work.
I did. No, all right now.
Yeah. Cigar though, too.
Could be cigars.
Well,
Yeah.
that sort of closed up a little quicker than expected, and caught the boys hopping in the background there too. Nice. I like that from time to time. Today we're talking to Alice Walker and the crew. Well, I'm talking, they're laughing, really. Might give me a complex, you know, everything I say they laugh at, you know. I always look like this, I'm sorry.
I know. I tell everybody that. They don't believe
You're
me.
funny
Yeah,
guy,
well,
man.
You are.
get them to tune in, they'll believe you after that. You know, the weird thing, and this really happened, was about a year and a half ago, Barbara and I were in a different city, about an hour away from where we are now, and we were coming out of a notary, a lawyer's, after getting some legal paperwork signed for India. And we're in this car park, I look up and I see supermarket. So I thought, well, okay, I'm going to go and get some supplies that the wife would ask me for dinner tonight. So went and did that, and I'm standing in line at the cashier's, and this little old lady in front of me getting her beans and her peas and everything, you know, scanned, as she's standing there staring at me. And I'm thinking, now, what is going on here? You know, gone past the stage of being uncomfortable. You know, you'd say, hello, how are you?
Right.
Why are you staring at me? And she goes, you look nothing like your cartoon. And I mean, how random is that?
They like your cartoon.
And I mean, how random is that? Because
Yeah.
Barbara really does send out cartoons of me and to everybody, literally. Yeah.
I've got them.
Sandy, I do apologise, but hey, you know,
Oh, don't.
she's like an addict. She really is. She's just going to make the fun out of me. But this lady's standing there, and she must be all of about 80 plus years of age, and I'm trying to figure it out. How do you know me in a cartoon? She goes, my niece follows you. I was like, now, how random is that? That's really, really cool.
That's pretty cool.
It really is.
That's pretty cool.
And that made an impression. I remember that lady. I really, really do. And it was nice to meet up with her. It really was. So, but at the same time, you never know. You might end up being a group cartoon today.
That's okay.
No problem with
Yeah,
that.
we're good with that.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, after time in bed, no wonder you're going to be good with a cartoon.
Yeah.
I get it. I do. In the meantime, we are going to have to wrap this up right now, but I got to say thank you so much, guys, for joining me. As you know, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a few pickies, and of course, Barbara's going to make me into a cartoon yet again. So hang in, watch for that. For you guys that have been watching today, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you, and believe me, you're going to love it on Tuesday. Yeah, got a surprise for you. Really, really do. I'm going to tell you anything until Tuesday, okay? But join me tomorrow morning with Barbara after 5 in the morning, all the way through until about 10 o'clock for The Breakfast Show. 100% Galaxy artist, 110% best in the world. Indie is the best, really. And Alice Walker, big favourite, really is. You're right here at Galaxy. Happy radio, everyone.